Education for Life, the theme for today's talk. Education for Life is basically a student-centric, holistic life skills development program designed for imparting the critical life lessons to equip students to be better prepared to enter their adulthood. It is applicable for middle years and senior years, and we at Shiv Nadar School believe that apart from academic excellence, our children need knowledge, skill, and attitude to face a volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world that we call it as a VUCA world. So the Education for Life program is one of such initiative that we have started in our school, and we are covering a variety of themes and topics for the students in middle and senior years, which are relevant to the present times and are beyond the scope of curriculum addressed in schools. There are multiple themes that we talk about here. Themes chosen for this program are scaffold to activate the collective intellectual abilities of the students and will target different skills that will support the dynamic development curve that it is seen in students entering adolescence. Below, maybe I can just mention a few topics. It's just a few from the long list. So it's communication. So when we say communication, it's not only how we talk, it's also about effective communication, effective listening, visual expressions, and everything related to communication. Other theme is social and emotional learning and well-being. Leadership, not only leadership traits, what all it takes to be a leader, what all skills need to be developed in the youth to take the leadership in their lives. Then we also talk about a theme which is post-independence history of India after 1947, what all is happening. Hardly any book talks about that. So we thought, why not to take this as an important topic? Financial literacy. Again, financial literacy becomes very near to my heart specifically because I am taking sessions on that and I am creating modules for that particularly. And financial literacy, when we say finance, when we take it as a theme, as a subject, as a topic, somewhere in the minds of friends it becomes that it is something related to commerce and let only commerce children do that. It's not for science or humanities students or such way. However, financial literacy as a skill is required for everyone, whatever field the child may enter into. Like even now, I'm sure that whatever field we all are in, finance is something everyone has to know how to manage money, how to invest, what are the various avenues available for me to invest, and so on. There were a number of things that can be discussed there. And then other topic is sustainability. When we talk about climate change, when you're talking about the challenges which are coming in the environmental system, how to maintain sustainability, how to improvise the quality of environment. So, and then each of these are a few topics that we take, and each topic and theme covered under the EFL program is divided and subdivided into modules, which are taken as a gradual program over the years, covering the themes both in depth and in width. Mainly, the idea is to offer a wide range of information related to the theme, as well as the deeper level of engagement and exploration. These modules, who delivers them then? These modules are delivered by subject or domain experts within the school, maybe from the cross-campus domain because we have multiple campuses also. And a number of times we also called industry specialists to have a talk with the students. Program facilitators from media, corporate, professional development terrain to bridge the divide between the school and the outside world. Curriculum is curated after thorough analysis of current scenario and the needs of the future. So this is the basic idea of education for life. Now I will be talking about one of the theme, which is financial literacy, and I have already said that I am taking it as a facilitator also. So maybe I can give you one example of financial literacy and then how the gradual planning over the years is done. So when we say that it is a program designed for grades 9 to 12, having different sub themes suitable for that grade level. Maybe like in grade 9, we can start with banking. What is a bank? What are the types of saving account? Like what are the types of accounts basically? Saving account, current account, or maybe a fixed deposit, recurring deposit. What are checks? What are the different ways in which checks are filled? Open check, cross check, why a check would bounce. So these are the basic parts. And then types of loans. What kind of loans are given by the bank? We know that somewhere we are moving towards e-banking, m-banking, UPI payments, and all online modes of these banking industry. So in grade 9, we would be covering mainly about the basic documentation and traditional banking, we can say that. And then maybe in grade 10, the next year, they will be taken through all the sort of e-banking, m-banking, UPI payments, app-based banking, and what all not. RTGS, NEFT, IMPS, everything is discussed in detail with live examples with the students. Then maybe in grade 11, we talk to them about savings and investment options. So what could be various options where children or where a person can save, how to make investment, what are the different aspects that we look at, what is PV ratio, how we look at whether this investment is suitable or not, how to create a portfolio, why not to invest the whole money in a single company or an organization, and why to look at a portfolio and a combination of I would say investment areas. So why it is required, how it is to be done, what are the benefits, everything through a numerical example. And then when they are say in grade 12, they take a live project where the students are asked to trade, where the students are given a fictitious money and they're asked to make their own portfolios. They can also invest. They are also given an option to say invest in stock exchanges, and over the period of time they do transact. And after that, there's a deep actual reflection session is there after every session. So what they have learned, how they think that it is connected to their lives. But when I'm talking about the life project of grade 12, they should be able to have some understanding of how to manage the portfolio, what I did right, what I was not able to do right, how I can do it better. So all those things are taken. And additionally, apart from these sessions which are taken by the facilitator, the industry experts also come and talk to them. So there can be a 2-day mock stock exchange, which can be held in the school, where the children are asked to go to that stock exchange venue and do transact. There are different competitions which are created for them. So it just doesn't limit the learning to classroom. It just doesn't limit the learning to what is given in the books. It goes beyond the books. It is a life skill related to, I would say, money management in this particular scenario, this particular example. And similarly, for each other topic that I have just mentioned, similar grade-wise gradual programs are created and delivered over the period of these 4 years in 9 to 12. There are programs which are suitable for middle school, which are again from the similar topics, and definitely the level like grade 6, 7, 8, the children are much younger, maybe financial literacy, not in that detail, but other topics like leadership, social and emotional well-being. We are coming back to, we have all have come back to the physical mode after 2 years of online. Children need to learn social and emotional requirements of the group dynamics. I think there is a lot of requirement of that right now in particular. And yes, this program help us to help us to, maybe uh, provide that space for the children to discuss, to understand, to learn that how we are taking all these aspects in the daily life. So the whole program of Education for Life offer these variety of concepts and themes, which basically help them to learn how to live a better life. So when we say a responsible citizen, global citizen, so it's not limited to only one area or one specific subject. It's varied. So this is all about, if I say particularly about the whole program of Education for Life. And yes, if there are any questions, please post them in the chat. We will be happy to help you with the same. And
yes, sir.
yeah.
So some, I think like these are the educators or like they didn't post their name, but I have questions lined up here in the chat box and I would read out to you, sir. First of all, like I would like to thank you for sparing some time to our platform and talking about this a very unique topic. This is the first time I've heard about Education for Life and financial literacy at school level. So, which is very new to me. Maybe some other schools are also covering. So, this is the first time I've heard from a speaker. And thanks for that. So, the first question goes like this, sir. So, somebody wants to know what is the definition of an ideal classroom in your views? Maybe they meant like when you're talking about financial literacy. So, what is your idea of an ideal classroom, sir?
When I say financial literacy, actually, when this, if I may just share that how this idea even pop up in my mind to take financial literacy as a theme for everyone. One of the organization, I would say, I was working earlier, and the children from commerce stream came to me, sir, I need to fill this check. Can you help me out? And I was like taken aback that a child from commerce stream who has taken accounting, business studies as his course of study is still finding it tough to fill a basic check. So there is a gap of skill here. So that was a time when I think maybe I was able to identify that yes, this needs to be taken. And then definitely when we are moving from the traditional banking modes to the emerging modes of banking now, it was very essential to, even to move with these emerging modes of say NEFT, IMPS, or maybe online transactions or whatever the app-based transactions are there, one needs to know what is the theoretical background. So basically in financial literacy, the need was identified among all the students of senior school. And then when we curated the whole program, we thought that doing basics in say grade 9 and then taking grade 10 as emerging modes of banking, and then gradual, like I had already explained in my example, how it can be imparted in senior school. So
Okay.
does that answer the question or?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hope they got it. So somebody wants to know, since you have mentioned that financial literacy is also a life skill, right? So of course,
Yeah.
it is a life skill. So they want to know what is the importance of a child's mental health in education, be it financial education or any kind of education. What is the importance of a child's mental health, sir?
Yeah, so there is, I have already mentioned that there is another theme in the overall umbrella of, if I say, Education for Life, which talks about social and emotional well-being. So definitely how and to what extent, I would say, the mental health or maybe well-being of the child has to be taken into consideration. And there are sessions which are taken by specialized, I would say, maybe counselors or some industry experts or externals who are specialized in that field, and they take those sessions. And again, when I'm saying financial literacy, it doesn't it doesn't mean that the whole year they do only financial literacy. It is one of the theme. So maybe say for 3 months one theme is followed, then the second quarter the second theme comes in, the third month the third quarter the theme comes in. So it is, I would say, the 360-degree holistic approach that is being looked into as part of EFL.
Okay, sir. So I would like to skip this question, but I'll read out to you. You don't need to answer since you have already covered. Why do you think life skill education is so important today? You have explained about the topic financial literacy. So I'll move on to the next question, sir. What is your philosophy or idea of being an effective teacher?
I would say just be the learner. We all learn with each and every batch that is coming up with us. The moment I say I have learned enough, now I'm only going to tell others what it is, that is not the method. Learning is always two-way. So, for me as an educator, I would say still, I rarely use the word educator. For me, I always say I'm still a learner, and we always believe in lifelong learning. And definitely, with each batch, with each person that we meet, each day throws us challenges to us, and we are learning from those challenges. So this is my philosophy and understanding of how learning has to be in educator's life.
Right, sir. A teacher is also a lifelong learner. Then only can he deliver an effective teaching. That's true.
Yeah.
So someone wants to know, in the process of development of life skill in education, where should be technology used and where can it be avoided? It's an interesting question.
So maybe I can again take this example, maybe from financial literacy, because we have curated that whole program and we have used technology at some level, and some level we did not touch technology specifically because we wanted to give them that hands-on experience also. So, say when in grade 9 they are doing this basic documentation of banking, we actually give them their personalized checkbooks. So they have a feel of how a checkbook would look like, how the pay slip has to be filled in. I know slowly and steadily we are moving towards all paperless banking, and we are not using these documents to that extent that we used to use earlier. So in grade 9, we are only focusing on the traditional method, so we are not using technology as much there. But definitely when we move to grade 10, we are teaching them NEFT, IMPS, app-based banking and everything. We need to integrate technology there. Again, grade 11, when we're teaching them, say, portfolio management or anything else, and then when they take the live project, definitely technology does play an important role there. So they do develop certain apps which may help them to do transactions and all that.
Okay, sir. So coming to the school, Shiv Nadar Foundation, with what mission and objectives the school was set up? In short, tell us about your journey in this school.
I would say the main focus is that we will create an environment for each learner to develop their skills and talents. And that, keeping that in mind, even the personalized projects are given so much of importance here. What is the need? What is the need of that particular child? What their skills are? What the skill set the child will fit into? So providing a culture where they are given a chance to evolve as responsible global citizens. So to provide that environment. With that motto, we started.
Okay. So as I mentioned that education for life is a new concept where the kids are taught about financial literacy and with practical environment. Did you face any challenges? Kindly mention some of the major challenges the school has faced till now, or in your experience, did you face any challenges?
Yeah, definitely the challenges were in the last 2 years when we were completely online. So creating that, I was just saying that for two levels, I would say it was more of physical documentation and all that. And in the online mode, even that has to be done online. So online was a little, I would say, challenging to deal with the situation. However, nothing stopped us. We still found different ways to deal with it. And the program just went on. We never stopped that in between.
Great to know, sir. That's all the question answer session. There are no more questions. Do you want to mention anything else?
No, I would say just have that philosophy for yourself also. be a learner, once a learner, always a learner. Once the learning is going on, we are alive. If the learning stops, I don't know where we will be. Each day is giving us new challenges to learn from, to learn how to deal with them and evolve every day. Maybe with this, I can say that's from my
Yep.
side.
Yes, so you have ended the session with a wonderful quote. School Journal of Education and schoolreformer.com. Thank you for the talk and for patiently answering all the questions, sir. We also thank the audience for participating in the event. And I would like to end the session for today. Thank you.
Thank you.